Sorry, you can't skip levels. That's the point when it comes to this dating world and this dating reality. The physical plane is the physical plane. I'm going straight to the spiritual ether. So if you follow me, you follow me. For all the people on the spiritual twin flame journey, the spiritual soulmate journey, and the spiritual twin ray journey, all of these relationships represent different parts of your past lives that you did or did not complete. Something that I had to learn for myself, and I do not mind sharing. I am on the karmic soulmate journey where in my past lives, all I picked was karmics. Karmics, karmics, karmics. And then when I got into this physical realm, that's all I dated up until about, I'm gonna say 34. Listen, the thing about karmics are they're fun. They're messy, they're intense. You look across the bar, they see you, you see them, you both know you cute. You take each other home, you take advantage of each other, you do all the nasties and all the fun stuff with each other, and it goes for a couple weeks and a couple months, and it's cute, and then it kind of burns out because you start realizing the reality of, oh, I have to actually get to know this person. And one of you wants the relationship to work so bad because you've given them all this physical energy and all this time and money and whatever. You guys believe that's what it is because you think it's true. That's karmic energy all day, because at the end of the day, you have never spoken to yourself. When you're a child, no one can tell me they have. Until you actually do, you'll know it. And it's usually by the time you're an adult. If you are a kid who can conceptualize this, you are very far ahead of a lot of decades of people. Because when you can go into your energy and acknowledge that you're like, do I like this person because they actually are good for me mentally, spiritually, emotionally, or am I just attracted to them because my loins are plumping? As a kid, you're not doing that. You're like, the ladder, everything's pumping. That's the point. So as we grow through our adulthood, we're supposed to pay attention to what journey we're on. So the reason I recognized, I was like, why is it that the relationships I have keep ending the way that they do? It's because I was rushing in, giving my all. I am a lover boy. I grew up on Disney. If you get it, you get it. I'm a 90s baby. I am literally the oldest of the millennials. So when they talk about millennials, it's like, I was there when it was like, nothing, and then out of nowhere the 90s was just born, and it was colorful and it was fun, and it was Friday night TV, and then on the weekends you go to the mall and you hang out with your friends and you see everybody, and then Sunday you hang out with your family, and then during the week you have school, you look forward to it, you put out your clothes, everything's set up for the week, you got your shoes, your outfits, because you know I'm gonna be popping like this, me and my best friend, we gonna dress like this, we gonna show up and just, because in class at the end of the day, yes, school is beautiful, but public school, let's just get it to the point, that is a social gathering. It's not. At the time, we weren't really learning. We learned from each other, right? There were topics of things that were discussed that, of course, we retained for the logical, physical world of work. But every time you go to school, it was about emotion. It was about, I get to see my friends, I get to live in their lives, I get to learn about them, we get to live in each other's imagination. It's beautiful, right? So when you start growing into your elderhood and you start meeting people in relationships, you start looking for people with all of those qualities that bring back some sense of nostalgia. We all do it, we can't help it. But that's why I say, and others have said it before, you have to go back and remind yourself of who you were at 16 is not who you are now. And who you are at 16 now is not who you're going to be 20 years from now, okay? Literally, I'll be 40 next year, and I'm very proud of that. But I have a lot of energy where I'm like, I wasted a lot of time. Not wasted, I utilized a lot of time chasing something and then getting mad that I couldn't catch it because it didn't want to be caught. That's my fault. I had to own that. I had to sit down and say, Ja, stop choosing relationships where it's you chasing them to the death. That's the part of Disney that's dark that no one talks about. All of that was chasing love to the death. I don't want to die yet. I want to live. So that's where it's like, you have to know like what you're attracting in. So what I did is when you go into the spiritual journey, you start noticing energies that represent a lot of people you know in your life, but yet the same person. If you get it, you get it. If you made it this far, you're swimming in the sauce. So we know that energetically, there are energies that represent what we talk about. our family members and ourselves when we were younger and our family now. There is simple energy that is not a body part, that literally these energies, they're family, they're lovers. They all represent these things that intertwine together like all the gases and the ethers that we breathe into our bodies, right? They're just coexisting together. But up here, they're doing their thing too. They have their lives. But when they come down into this world where it gets ciphered through this net and it becomes these fractal parts, remember, it's just like literally a strainer that's really fine. It's this one big energy that drops through this strainer and it becomes all these multiple energies. So you can be living in one world with multiple millions and billions of people, but y'all all still be the same energy. That's why they say there's different universes where different energies exist different ways, because you're literally coming together with all these different elements. If you can take yourself outside this human body, you can then astral project, and what they say, take yourself to your imagination and dream and see. I don't care what people want to call it, the imagination is not real. It is not in this tangible world yet, but isn't that beautiful that we as humans can take something from our mind that's not real and make it conceptually real? That's brilliant to me. So for me, when it comes to my love relationship, I had to learn very quickly. Do I want to keep repeating old cycles, which is chasing after energy? You have to learn your chart. I know a lot of people don't really believe in it, but you have to learn your natal chart. You have to know both of them, your old Vedic as well as your Eastern. You should also do your, what do they call it? It's the one with, I can't remember, or your human design. Human design to me is amazing because it literally taught me how to date. Mine is, the response is to, my strategy is to just wait. I'm a projector, so I'm supposed to just wait. I can put my dreams out there and project them out. And the bigger my dreams are and the more I believe in them, I project them out. The universe sees it like a movie picture and it just watches me. And I have to just sit back and let it come to me. That is what I am built for as a projector, as well as a strategy of wait for the initiation. When I try to initiate and chase after it and make it happen, karmic every time, because it doesn't matter what that person wants. In that moment, I don't care what that person wants. Isn't that sad? I only want what I want. That's when it becomes a dangerous play of karmic soulmates or karmic relationships. Soulmate is where it's like, this person is built for me. I can feel it, I can see it, I know it. But I've spent so much time in the karmic world that I don't even recognize what the real one looks like. Because I always say, are you able to date someone that reminds you of someone from your past? Even though that person is not the past, this person is right in front of you. And I don't mean like personality and stuff. I mean like somebody that you don't mess with at all. But there's a brand new person that reminds you of everything about that past person. I feel that's a test for self. Not from the universe, but for self, because it's like, this person didn't do anything to me, even though they remind me so much of this person. So in that moment, you have to ask yourself, is this a soul test? Because it could be a trick. That's the part of this journey on the spiritual side. It could be a trick. So you could trick yourself back into the karmic relationships and repeat the cycle of chaser, runner, all that back and forth, very, very negative, very old, right? Or you can say, no, I'm going to heal that journey. I'm going to let that journey burn itself out. And I'm going to stay on my pedestal no matter what, and know that the energy I gave it because I was willing to give it, but I still have enough to give myself. When you have none to give yourself and you're drained, you're definitely in a karmic relationship. You gave more than you needed to give. In a soulmate relationship, it will always feel balanced. Not that you have to seek balance, but it will always feel balanced. So you just allow it to be. That's what you do. And then you still have all the other stuff you have to deal with. Soulmate relationships aren't any different. You're going to argue, you're going to be upset, but you deal with them differently. It's more about response than reaction. Karmics are very reactive. I'm going to bust your windows. I'm going to cut your tires. Don't do that. Don't do that. But at the end of the day, I can't say how somebody hurt you, so live in your cycle, boo. I know some of y'all like, well, I'm going to stay in my cycle until you're ready. Live your life. Soulmates, they have to recognize that they want the twin ray journey, which is the power couple, which is eventually, yeah, you can live with somebody forever, but are you doing anything with yourself? Are you building on yourself? Because that's the part where we have to come back to the human and say the souls are happy, but the humans are looking at each other like, what next? So learn how to build together and recognize the cycle you're on so that you can close out that old cycle without any pain and recognize what it is what it is, and you now grow, and then you can go into your next cycle. And when you're ready to move on, you'll go to the next level. So that's my perspective. You don't have to believe in it, but that's just how I see it. All right, hope that makes sense. Love ya. Mwah.